Merhaba sevgili dostlar. Skyrim 5, The Older Scroll Skyrim 5 Türkçe hikayemizde 22. bölümden hikayemize devam ediyoruz dostlar. Bölüm 22. Yine bir ejderhada. Ejderha. Bakalım. Bu yol üzerinde bir yerde şey. Hedef noktasının varış yeri nerede acaba? Varış noktası. Ta burası. Peki. Hızlı seyahat yapalım. Dünyanın yolunu gitmeyelim. Gene geldik. Buraya dostlar. Burası bundan konuşacağız.
Sky, wind, guide you.
Aldın'ı yenmek için kullanılan Nida'yı öğrenmeliyim.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Aldın duvarına işlenmişti.
The Blades, of course. They
Evet.
specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own
Kendi
purposes?
araçları için seni kullanın. Yalımlar bana yardım ediyor. Ben onların kuklası değil.
No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have.
Pekala, bana bu Nida'yı öğretebilir misin?
No, I cannot teach it to you
Hayır, sana
because
çünkü
I do not
bilmiyorum.
know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words
Ona
of
ejderha
power
yıkan
are
denir ama
unknown to
bu
us.
Nida'nın kudret
We
sözü.
do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
Seda sanatının yeri yoktur. Bütün kudret sözcüklerini bildiğini sanıyordu.
But not Dragonrend.
Ama ejderha
The
yıkanı
knowledge of
bilmiyor.
that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
Kimle konuşacağım?
Only Parthenax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
O halde Parkson'la konuşmalıyım.
You weren't ready, you still
Hazır
aren't ready.
değildin. Ve hala
But,
da
thanks to the Blades, you now have questions that only Parthenax can answer.
Parkson'la neden daha karşılaşmadım?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the
Gözlerden
mountain.
uzak bir yerde yaşıyor.
He speaks to us
Bizimle
only
nadiren
rarely
konuşuyor.
and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a
Parks
great privilege.
Max. Dağın tepesine, onun görmek için dağın tepesine nasıl çıkarım? Peki.
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Parthenax.
Pekala. Öğret bana Nida. Ama şunu bir çalayım. Burada yiyecek içecekler var. Oh, süper. Hadi siz önden gidin abiler. Bana yeni nidayı öğretin. Çok yavaş yürüyorsunuz ya. Tabi bunlar dede olmuş artık. 100 yaşında dede. Dedeler, dedeler, dedeler. Evet abicim, dedelerle işbirliği içindeyiz. Dedeler bana yeni bir nida, yeni bir büyü öğretecekler, nida büyüsü. Gel bakalım dede. Bu kapının ardında yolun nasıl açıldığını sana göstereceğim. Göster dede. Lock. Kudret sözcüğü öğrenildi.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn.
Berrak sema nidasını kullan.
To Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Tamam. Herhalde böyle gideceğim. Burada kullanacağım yolu. Aha. Vay. Yolumuzu açacağız bu şekilde, yoksa gidemiyoruz. Zıbarlın mütçesi dey. Vay be, tehlikeli düşmanlar çıkmaya başladı. Demek bu yeni büyücü adam bize Haldun'u yenmek için büyü öğretecek. Gel lan buraya.
Greetings, Undunik. I am Parthenax.
Parthenax.
Who are you?
Sen de kimsin?
What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
Boyumuş lan. Düşman değilmiş. Ben ejderha olacağım tahmin ediyordum. Bir ejderha olacağını tahmin etmiyordum. Sen kralların lideri misin? Bence kim olduğumu gayet iyi biliyorsun.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
Ejderha yıkan nilasını öğrenmem gerekiyor. Bana öğretebilir misin?
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the elder speaks first. Here, not until introductions are word calls you. Go to it.
Aha.
Understand fire as the Dove do.
Yol görün.
Not until introduction. Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova.
Dova olarak selamla. Nasıl selamlayacağım seni? Şey kaldı mı ki?
me with the fire of your thum.
Nasıl yani? Bundan mı vuracağım?
Yes, Sosedo Vlostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
Evet. Şimdi ne yapacağız? Nereye lan Emicioğlu?
So, you have made your way
Bir
here
bakalım
to
buraya
me.
denk geldim. Bana
No
denk,
easy task for a jaw.
Bani biri için
Mortal.
kolay iş değil.
Even
Hatta
for
bir
one
dava
of Dova
sos bile.
source, dragon
Ejderha.
blood. What would you ask of me?
Bana ejderha yıkan nidasını öğretebilir misin?
I have expected you, Proda.
Burada.
You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No.
Hayır.
You seek your
Eldin'e karşı bir
weapon
silah arıyorsun.
against
Evet.
Alduin. Alduin Comet Tid. What else would you seek?
Aldun ve Doğu
Alduin and
birlikte
Dovahkiin
döndüler. Dovahkiin.
return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known
Croesus bende
to
mevcut değil.
me. Your kind, Jaw, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons.
Bir silah olarak yarattınız.
Our Hadrime, our minds,
Hadrime,
cannot even comprehend
zihinlerimiz bile
its
onun
concepts.
tasarruf edemez. O zaman nasıl öğrenebilirim? Evet. Nasıl öğrenebilirim? Söyle bakalım.
Drem, all in good time.
Öncelikle sana bir soru. Neden bu
question
Thum'u
for
öğrenmek
you.
istiyorsun?
Why do you want to learn this Thum?
Bu sene gidermez. Aldın'ı durdurmam gerekiyor. Bu dünyayı seviyorum. Yok olmasını istemem. Aldın'ı durdurmam gerekiyor.
Yes, Alduin, Zebach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
Neden Aldın durdurulmak zorunda? Kehanet yalnız ejderhan onu durduğunu söylüyor.
True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Des, of fate?
Kadere inanmam ama Aldın'ı durduracağım. Buraya seninle felsefe yapmaya gelmedim.
And so perhaps your destiny will be fulfilled. Who can say? Des Motmahus, even to the dove who ride the currents of time, destiny is elusive. Alduin believes that he will prevail with good reason. Rockmul.
Rahkumul.
And he is no fool, ni me. Rinnik Gutnol, far from it. He began as the wisest and most far-seeing of us all. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
Bunu hiç düşünmemiştim. Ejderhalar dağları sever. O nedenle.
True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated. Yes and no. Viknusnikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the dragon wind shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Okmulag Unslag. It was the Kel, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Yani kadın Kuzeyliler Aldun'u bir zamana mı gönderdiler?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye.
Edebiyen.
I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
Bunu bana nasıl yardım olacak?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kel, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it. Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
Damarlarındaki kan sana yolu gösterecektir.
Dremyolok, greetings. Lok Thum.
Öyle mi?
So, you spoke to Parthenax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon wren to shout?
Hayvanı nasıl bulacağımı söyle.
So be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom.
Atalarımızın kullandığı kadim tomara ihtiyacım var. Nerede bulacağımı biliyor musun?
We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek. Sky above, voice within.
Peki. Öyleyse ışınlanalım. Haritamızdan hızlı seyahat olarak gidelim dostlar.
My job is to serve the yard.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Nereden de çıkıyor böyle dallamalar, ben anlamadım ki. Evet, konumumuz, mevcut konumumuz.
Oh, mic on.
Adam daha yeni geldi ya.
And here we all are. Shall we step inside?
Tamam, girelim.
Good to see Skyrim still has such... All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
I'm not so sure we should be here.
It was one of the earliest node settlements of Skyrim. It was also the largest.
You know, there might be gold
Sacked
somewhere.
by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Sarthal. This is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to... Well, are there any questions before we begin?
Başkalaşım büyüsün diye beni eğitir misin? Ne satıyorsun? Başka sorum yok.
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors.
Don't touch anything! What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine, just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. Uh-huh.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it?
Madalyonu kullandım ha. Nereye kullandım peki? bakalım dede.
Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place?
Make it quick. Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened?
Bir tür hayalet ya da ruh bana göründü, benimle
I'm
konuştu.
afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw?
Tarikatı ve bizi bekleyen tehlikeler hakkında bir şeyler
The
söyledi.
Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find?
Tamamdır. Görselden bahset.
I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy. All right, then. Over here.
Ne yapıyoruz ya?
Be prepared to defend yourself.
Bunlar bana çerezlik koçum.
I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these. This bears closer. I'd like to stay a while and examine. I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. This bears closer. Be prepared to defend yourself. They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Sevgili dostlar, Skyrim 5 bir tane dallama geldi. Skyrim 5 22. bölümü burada sonlandırıyorum. 23. bölümden hikayemize devam edeceğiz dostlar. Görüşmek üzere.